Welcome to Raskov Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of St. Francis High School, where tonight we have a special wrestling edition of KMVT Sports. It's Archbishop Riordan Crusaders playing the St. Francis Lancers. Hi again, everybody, with Juan Barajas. I am Andrew Fury, and what should we expect from tonight's match?
Well, tonight we got a tough matchup in the WCAL Wrestling League here. We've got the St. Francis Lancers, currently ranked 3rd in the section, coming off a big win against Ballerman yesterday, and we got the Riordan Crusaders, currently ranked 9th, who came off a loss against Ballerman. So this is matching up pretty well.
This should be a lot of fun tonight, so stay tuned. This game is brought to you by KMVT's All Sports presenting sponsors, the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, part of the Sutter Health Network. Choose your PAMF doctor today. And by Home Instead Senior Care. Home Instead provides the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Home Instead, to them, it's personal.
As a busy mom of 3 kids, I find it extremely convenient to access My Health Online. My Health Online's messaging service allows me to keep in close contact with our doctor.
Being able to email the doctor with questions gave us assurance that they do take an interest in the patients. That's why we've been with PAN for more than 10 years and keep adding members, the newest member.
Ever since Dad died, taking care of Mom is overwhelming. I can't do it on my own.
Sure, my mother needs me, but I just want to be a daughter again.
Mom wants to stay in her home, but needs more help than ever. It just can't be me all the time.
Struggling to care for an aging parent? You're not alone. Learn how Home Instead Senior Care can provide the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Home Instead. To us, it's personal.
Welcome back to St. Francis High School, where we are about to get this wrestling match underway. It will be the 108-pound weight class to start us off, and let's explain to the audience first how they decide who starts.
The beginning weight class is drawn randomly during the weigh-ins. It's just a random draw, and I believe 108 was pulled today, and we'll be having J.J. Douglas for St. Francis, currently ranked 15th in the section, and Valencia for Riordan Crusaders.
Yeah.
And they're off.
Juan Valencia for Riordan in the purple and gold.
They're both here just kind of grappling, doing a lot of hand fighting, trying to fill each other out. Both wrestlers just kind of battling through, trying to get position, doing some hand fighting. Kind of just feeling each other out, trying to see if a leg attack is going to come here soon. You got Douglas with a leg attack. Valencia fends him off well there, defends his legs. First periods usually kind of go here with a lot of hand fighting. Both wrestlers kind of just filling each other out, trying to get position and gain an advantage.
Each round is 2 minutes, so we're under a minute now.
Still a lot of filling each other out. Both wrestlers kind of tentative, not very many leg attacks. Douglas has inside control. Valencia still kind of just hand fighting, trying to gain position. 30 seconds left in the first period here.
Really fighting it out here.
Yeah, both wrestlers kind of just staying in good offensive position here on their feet. A lot of hand fighting, not really making much of an attempt to attack each other's legs here.
What does it take to score normally in these matches?
You know, it would be a calculated leg attack, so a good penetration and finishing here. It looks like St. Francis has choice in the second period. They deferred. Riordan is going to take the down position. So now St. Francis here, Douglas will take the top position. His objective is to expose the Riordan wrestler's back, and the Riordan wrestler will attempt to not get exposed and get an escape and work his way out. Score is 0-0 going into second period here. Douglas appears to be riding a cross wrist ride here. Riding tough on top here. He does a cross wrist stack. He's gaining the back points advantage here. Looks like he got 2-point near fall right now. Same position. It's called a cross wrist stack. And he gets the pin.
What a job by Douglas.
Douglas come up with a big fall. Bonus points is possibly going to be what's going to win this match here. That fall gets them 16 points. Just start off the duel here. That's a good way. Here you got a cross wrist here. Douglas is kind of just baiting him here. As soon as he puts his head down, it's a stack, and you can see there both shoulders flat on his back, and the Riordan wrestler didn't appear to know what hit him there. Next, we got up the 115-pound weight class. We got Barrett from St. Francis and Remula from Riordan.
So Alfred Remula, a junior for Riordan. And now
Barrett's having a little bit of equipment malfunction here with his headgear. It looked like the referee made him change his headgear. About to get going.
Edward Barrett, also a junior for St. Francis. So a couple of juniors going after it.
Oh, Barrett takes a leg attack right off the whistle. Remula doing a good job here of just defending his legs, getting back to his feet here. Now, that was an aggressive attack there by Remula, pushing Barrett out of bounds. Get a restart in the middle. Remula appears out with a leg attack here, quick leg attack. Ooh. Barrett, gives up the takedown. They got 2-point takedown here for Remula. Riding on top now, trying to have possible exposure here for either a pin or some back near fall points. Oh, he gets a cross-face cradle. That's tight. He's got his hands there locked here. This is good position. Oh, Barrett defends that well. Oh, cross-face cradle. Barrett gets to his feet. On his feet here. Oh, Remula brings him back down to the mat, gains control. Barrett attempting to escape again on his feet, trying to stay on the mat here with a 1-point escape. Brings the match to a score of 2-1 here. Remula again with the leg attack. Get 2-point takedown.
Twenty seconds left in this round.
Remula gets a cross-face cradle now, exposing Barrett's back. He's getting near fall points here for back exposure. Going for the fall now. Barrett trying to hard here not to get pinned. 5 seconds in the period here. Oh, and Barrett fights it off with the Remula gets a 3-point near fall, bringing the dual score to 8-1. It's Riordan 8-1. Remula's choice in the second period. Here you have Remula with a strong leg attack, cross knee tap, getting good exposure. Remula's in the down position to start the second period. Barrett on top. Now it's his turn to try and expose Remula here. Oh, Remula appears to have gotten an escape here, bringing the match score to 9-1.
Oh, what a job by Barrett.
Barrett's strong in the legs here. Remula's doing a really good job here of defending his legs and gaining, with a spin behind and gets another 2-point takedown. These are big points for Riordan as far as the team score goes. 8-point differential in the match gains them an extra point, which is called a major decision. That major decision will give them 4 instead of a 3-point team score. It's very important here now for Barrett to either shorten that gap to less than 8 points. If not, these Remula here will get a major decision. Oh, Remula getting that cross-face cradle again. He was real successful with that in the first period.
35 seconds left in this period.
Remula gets that cross-face cradle, gaining exposure now. Some back exposure, going for the fall now, trying to get the shoulders flat on the mat. Barrett fighting off again with a 3-point near fall for Remula. Remula might get here a major, a tech fall. A tech fall would be a major by 15 points. Remula lets him up, giving Barrett the escape with about 5 seconds left in the period. Oh, trying to get a quick takedown before the period's over. Brings the match score to 14-2, third period. It appears to be Remula's decision. He takes down. Remula's well on his way to getting a technical fall there. Gets a nice little Peterson roll. Gets a 2-point reversal. Working tough on top here.
Out of bounds right there.
Get a restart here in the middle. Barrett goes down. Remula's still on top, in control.
Minute 34 left in the third period.
Remula goes for that cross-face cradle again. He's been real successful with that. Been able to turn Barrett twice with that. He has his hands locked nice and tight. Gonna try and roll through here and expose it.
They're really battling hard here in the third period.
It appears Barrett's trying to do his job, the best of, not giving up that tech fall. Remula's really, it looks like he's trying to get that tech fall for that extra team point, which is huge when this duel, both teams match up pretty close, so.
Yeah, Barrett now is bleeding from the mouth.
Oh. Remula's going for that cross-face cradle again. It appeared Barrett kind of just, lets him up now. We get some blood time now. We got St. Francis wrestler here with a little bit of blood. About 30 seconds left in the match. Remula from Riordan appears to be well in control here, He gets that 15-point advantage. The tech fall was giving his team 5 points versus right now the major. He has a major which will give his team 4 points. In the team standings, that's pretty huge.
Especially with two teams that are pretty evenly matched.
Yes. Remula's going to try and do his best here to try and get Barrett out of position and get those final points. He's in control here. Got a little bit of an outside cradle, but Barrett's got locked in a weird scramble. Gets that 2-point near fall. Barrett has that leg, but Remula appears to have locked that cradle up again. Brings the match score to 16-3. It's a major decision there for Remula from Riordan.
Great job that match by Alfred Remula. Makes the overall score 6-3 in favor of St. Francis.
That may be a technical error. I believe it should be 6-4. They got for the major. That was a major. He was beat by more than 8 points.
Yeah, true. So I think that's what the referee is doing right now.
Yeah.
At the scores table. And we remind you that KMVT Sports would like to thank Home Instead Senior Care for their continuing support of high school sports programming. Home Instead, to them, it's personal. So now we move to the 122-pound weight class between Nunez and Lujan Arias.
Albert Lujan Arias here comes in, ranked wrestler in our section at number 7 at 112 pounds, wrestling up a weight class for the Lancers. Lujan gets the quick takedown, getting some back exposure here. Got a 3-point near fall with the back exposure. Oh, exposes his back again here. Referee begins to count for more near fall. Lujan in control on top. The score is actually, that score is incorrect. Should be 8-0. 6-5 is the team score. Lujan here gets another near fall. He's in a good position, he gets the fall. Big pin for Lujan here, only a freshman.
And Nunez just never able to get out of the
Here we have Lujan gaining control, exposing his back. You can see he's pretty flat there as the Nunez try to get out of bounds. Lujan in control here on top. Real tough freshman here, gets that quick half Nelson, keeping him in bounds here, well in control, exposing the opponent's back and getting that fall. Huge.
And that makes the overall score 12-5 in favor of the Lancers. Now to the 128-pound weight class with Biagini for Riordan against Rossimo for St. Francis.
That's Christian Rossimo. He's a sophomore. Currently comes in ranked number 4 in their section of CCS. He's the defending WCAL champion at 120 pounds. He's another very talented wrestler for St. Francis with a lot of wrestling experience. Biagini also comes in with a lot of experience. This is a really close match here. On paper, these boys match up very well.
Biagini with a little head fighting for Riordan.
Yeah, we got Rossimo here in a front headlock. Both wrestlers kind of feeling each other out. Rossimo prefers to keep the match in the middle. Oh, shot by Biagini here. Penetrated deep. He's in on a single leg. Rossimo defends well. No takedown. Nice scramble there by Rossimo. Biagini appeared to have good control there on a single leg. Both now hand fighting. Real tentative here now for Rossimo. Oh, Rossimo with a half attempt there on a takedown. Biagini just defends well, and both wrestlers get out of bounds, restart in the middle. Both wrestlers still in the neutral position on their feet. Oh, Biagini with a quick shot off the whistle, almost caught Rossimo there. Hand fighting here on the edge. Kind of just feeling each other out. Both wrestlers have already made good attempts at attacking each other's legs for that takedown, but were able to defend well against each other. Biagini with a takedown attempt. Fended off by Rossimo.
that will end the first period of this duel.
So we got here, second period's about to begin. Checking with the table, I believe it's St. Francis's choice in the second period. Officials are checking to see it's actually Riordan's choice. Riordan chooses the down position in the second period. Racimo on top. Oh, Biagini attempts a quick reversal. Nice lift and mat return by Racimo. Racimo breaks him down flat. A lot of energy in both these guys. High tempo. Racimo's got a cross wrist ride here. Attempting to break Biagini down. Biagini seems to have a good base here. Racimo having a little bit of a tough time breaking him flat on the mat to expose him.
Racimo continues to be on top of Biagini.
He's riding tough on top. He's got a cross wrist here. He's got his opponent's wrist trapped underneath him. He's being really tough. Biagini being hesitant, coming up and being careful not to expose himself. Referee calls for action. Appears both wrestlers kind of just in a stalemate here. Battling. Oh, Biagini gets called for stalling. Biagini has to attempt to get up. Referee makes a call there, calls him with stalling. It's just a warning. He gets another warning. It's 1 point for Racimo.
Biagini still down.
Not making much of an attempt to get out. You know, it kind of like he's being hesitant to try and just not get exposed here. But the referee might call him again for a stall. He's got to be careful. Oh, potentially dangerous move here. Racimo had an arm bar.
And there's 12.7 seconds left in the period now. Still no score.
This is a tight match. Racimo being aggressive on top, and it appears Biagini just being solid on the bottom there, just trying not to get turned. He gets to his feet here. He's got 10 seconds trying to escape. Racimo brings him down. Both wrestlers go out of bounds. 5 seconds left in the period. Biagini's pretty explosive off the bottom. He's got a quick first move on the whistle. Racimo's got to be careful here and ride him tough for the last 4 seconds. Racimo gets in tight, brings him back to the mat there. Biagini again. Still 0-0. Racimo's choice in the third period. Racimo appears to be choosing the bottom position here.
Let's see if Biagini can do what Racimo did in the second period.
He either has to keep him down or try and expose him. If he keeps him down, we have a potential overtime match. Biagini pulls him out of bounds and get a restart back in the middle. Racimo had a quick first move there, got to his feet pretty fast. Once again, gets to his feet. Biagini grabs an ankle, brings him back down. Working a 2-on-1 here, trapping Racimo's wrist underneath him. Working tough. Up, Biagini again. Kind of dragged him out of bounds there a little bit. To get Racimo gets a restart. Again, Biagini gets that quick ankle. Racimo goes for a reversal. Oh, gets 1 point escape here, bringing the match to 1-0. Got about a minute and a half. This is going to get good right here. Biagini needs a takedown to win the match. Racimo has to now either go for his own takedown or fend off Biagini's attacks. About a minute and 20 left here. We got a little bit of a clock issue. It appears the clock froze. We got a timeout here. Here we have Racimo with an explosive first move off the whistle, attempts a reversal, gets to his feet really fast. Biagini just opted to let him go and start neutral. We got a situation here where now we got Racimo with a 1-point lead, about a minute 20 to go. Biagini needs either a takedown here to get the win, and Racimo's got to try either get his own takedown to try to get that 3-point advantage. So that last minute and 20 is going to get pretty good. Both coaches now trying to adjust the clock here, see how much time actually ran off. It looks like we're down to maybe a minute and 10 seconds, 11 seconds.
I think they settled on a minute 11 left in this third period.
Here we go. This last minute's going to be good. I expect Biagini to come out with a full attack here. Whoa. Both wrestlers end up out of bounds. It's a tight match here.
Very tight.
Neutral, both wrestlers go out of bounds, back on their feet. Real tactical here on behalf of both wrestlers. Biagini really has to come after him if he's gonna go after this victory. Racimo doesn't have to do much other than just defend. You know, but Biagini gets in on a single leg. Racimo fends it off with a tight waist sprawl, and they both end up out of bounds again. Biagini's kind of being hesitant. I'm not sure if he realizes he's running out of time here.
37 seconds and counting left in this third period.
Yes, Biagini really has to come open up his offense here and be tough. Racimo really just defending. Gets in a sprawl here. Just kind of staying away. We got a stalling call on Racimo now. He's got a warning. So now I can just, Racimo gets in on a single leg attack here.
13 seconds left.
Racimo in on Biagini defends well.
And they both end up out of bounds.
Oh, Biagini gets rewarded with a 2-point takedown here. He kind of just rushed Racimo. Biagini may have some blood. May look here, he may have bit his tongue. Here we have Racimo kind of just defending. Biagini attacks him. Racimo just found his behind there, and it appeared like Biagini just may have got control. Both coaches here now checking in with the table. The referee appears to be giving 2 points to Biagini with 5.8 seconds left. Biagini gains the advantage of 2-1.
Just 5.8 seconds left, so Racimo has to do something quickly here.
Racimo appears to have blood time here also. It's 5.8 seconds. If the referee sticks to his decision here, awarding that 2 points, Racimo has basically 5.8 seconds to get out. He's gonna have a little bit of a tough time here. Biagini just has to hold him down for the victory for 5.8 seconds. And Racimo needs that 1-point escape, you know, to take this match into overtime. Or if he gets a 2-point reversal, more than likely he should be attempting an escape to try and get that victory.
As Racimo still trying to get the blood cleaned up. 5.8 seconds left in this third period. It's 2-1 in favor of Riordan and Biagini. Racimo appears to be all right now.
Here we have it again. Racimo kind of just backing up here. Biagini just attacks him, pulls not much technique, just bum rushed him and gets control there on the edge. Biagini did a good job of keeping his toes in bounds, gaining the 2-point takedown. And here we go. 5.8, Racimo gets the win! Big forward roll! Racimo gets his 1-point escape here with just a forward roll. This match is going into overtime. We got 1 minute overtime here. First wrestler to get the first takedown wins. Where we got Racimo just attempts a forward roll. Biagini loses track of him and loses control. A little frustration there. on his behalf. I don't think he anticipated very acrobatic escape here. Just a forward roll here and kicks it out and gets that critical one-point escape. Here we go, 1 minute overtime. First wrestler to score a takedown wins this. Could be crucial point in duel here for both teams. Racimo has bringing in a little bit of momentum with him after that escape. Biagini tentative. Both wrestlers being tentative here. Oh, Racimo gets it in on his legs on the edge, out of bounds. Back center in the neutral position on our feet.
.35 seconds and counting left in this overtime.
Nobody scores here in this first overtime. We go to a top-bottom position for 30 seconds. Each wrestler gets an opportunity on top or bottom. Racimo gets in on the front headlock. Both wrestlers kind of have control here. Racimo comes back to his feet. Oh no, attempts to roll here. Biagini gains control, 2-point takedown. Biagini gets a big victory here.
What a move by Biagini as he wins in overtime over St. Fran.
Here we have it. It appears that Racimo was in on a front headlock here, attempted some kind of roll. Biagini countered well and catches Racimo on his back there and gains a 2-point advantage, and giving him the victory in overtime there.
So that's the overall score, 12-8 in favor of St. Francis. And now we move to the 134-pound weight classes with De La Houssaye against Mazzaros of St. Francis.
We have Cameron Mazzaros here, comes in currently ranked 5th in the section. Tough wrestler here. This should be a pretty good matchup again, similar to what we just saw.
Cameron Mazzaros is just a 5'5" sophomore, while you've got Daniel Ray De La Houssaye, a junior for Riordan.
Starting off here in a neutral position. Both wrestlers kind of feeling each other out, giving each other a little space here. Not much hand fighting. Oh, Mazzaros gets in on a takedown position, gets a quick 2-point takedown. He's got a cross wrist trapped here. The Riordan wrestler just kind of trying to gain his base back, gets it back into his base position. Mazzaros being aggressive with that cross wrist.
That time they both ended up out of bounds. 1:24 left in this first period.
Mazzaros still on top here. De La Houssaye in the bottom position, gonna attempt an escape. Mazzaros attempting a roll through tilt there. Almost exposes his opponent, but De La Houssaye rolls through. Mazzaros being tough on top here. With the guy, it appears to have a deep arm bar with a cross wrist. Working on top, De La Houssaye kind of just trying to build his base back, try to get that 1 point, gets out. Mazzaros lets him up here. We got about 45 seconds left in the period with a 2-1 score for Mazzaros from St. Francis.
40 seconds and counting.
De La Houssaye with a takedown attempt. Mazzaros attacks his leg, counters well. 2-point takedown, Mazzaros. Again, Mazzaros on top here with about 25 seconds. Wrestling on the edge, both wrestlers out of bounds. Referee giving him a restart here. De La Houssaye in the bottom position.
.20 seconds and counting left in this first period.
Mazzaros in control here on top. I expect him kind of just to hold on and not let De La Houssaye up. Not giving up that escape point so late in the period. Doing a good job of just being tough on top, keeping his opponent flat.
So that's the end of the first period. It's now 4-1 in favor of Mazzaros.
Mazzaros chooses the down position to begin the second period here. De La Houssaye on top. Oh, Mazzaros with an explosive stand-up right off the whistle. Is on his feet quickly. De La Houssaye has to attempt to return him. Bring him back to the mat. De La Houssaye has to bring him back to the mat. Mazzaros with a switch, gets a two-point reversal. That is nice technique from Mazzaros' behalf there. He's again got that arm bar locked in, attempting to expose the Riordan wrestler. It's tough on top here. De La Houssaye kind of just attempting not to get turned. Looks like he has a half Nelson on the right side with an arm bar. Mazzaros is being really aggressive on top right now.
Mazzaros kind of controlling the action right now with 1:10 and counting to go in the second period.
Yes, we get it appears Mazzaros is being patient here, looking for an opening. De La Houssaye kind of just content not to get turned. Might get himself in a situation where the referee calls him for stalling. He has to make an attempt to get out. They get a restart. Both wrestlers get out of bounds. Mazzaros chooses to let De La Houssaye back on the neutral position and getting a point and his escape awarded. Mazzaros gets in with a leg attack. De La Houssaye defends well. Mazzaros in with a head inside single here. De La Houssaye defending well with the wizard, switches off to a double. Still no control. No control still. Nice defense on the for De La Houssaye there. Mazzaros was deep on that single leg.
23 seconds and counting to go in the second period.
De La Houssaye with the takedown leg attack there. Mazzaros just defends it well. Again, Mazzaros in on a single leg. 2-point takedown for Mazzaros with about 8 seconds to go in the second period.
It's now 8-2 in favor of Mazzaros. 12-8 overall favoring St. Francis.
Got about 8 seconds to get the start going here. Mazzaros got a cross wrist. I just look for him to hold him down here, not attempt much. Third period here, and it looks Riordan wrestler's choice. The Riordan wrestler chooses the neutral position on their feet here. Both wrestlers again on their feet, filling each other out here. Mazzaros has an 8.2 lead. Looking to get some bonus points possibly. Gets that in on the legs, 2-point takedown. At the same, got some clock issues here.
That was a really quick 2 minutes.
Yeah, we've got some issues here with the clock management. Both coaches here are gonna have to agree on how much the actual time went there.
So they've agreed upon 1:40 in this third period.
Mazzaros is on top. He was awarded that takedown right before that whistle. Currently has a major decision going here with an 8-point lead. Mazzaros breaks his opponent down, keeping him flat again. Looking to turn him here. Oh, he's got a deep armbar here. Yeah, Houssaye's doing a good job here at bottom, just not getting turned, you know. He's kind of happy to be there and saving his team some points here if he doesn't get turned. Doesn't allow for a major or a tech fall here.
A minute to go, third period. 10-2, favor of Mazzaros.
Oh, Mazzaros gets a roll through, exposing. He gets, believe, a 3 count here from the referee. giving him a 2-point near fall. Macero's still on top, the 10-point lead now. He's got that major pretty much well locked in. If we can get that 15-point advantage, we'll get that. If we get a stall call here on bottom man, referee feels the bottom man's not doing much, doesn't appear to be doing much. Macero's trying to do that little roll-through tilt that was successful last period.
Maceros is not letting the Riordan player up.
No, he's being tough on top. You know, he's going to have to work him and be savvy to try and get those extra points if he wants that technical fall. The Riordan wrestler going to be content just to not to give up that technical fall and save his team a point, basically. When he, you know, the next couple of weight classes will be Riordan's strength of their lineup. You know, they got a couple big, good wrestlers coming up.
But Delahousse is on bottom now. Maceros for St. Francis on top. 4 seconds. And that will be a major decision for St. Francis and Maceros. So Maceros wins 12-2 over Delahousse. And he extends the St. Francis lead.
So next here, we got a pretty talented wrestler coming up for Riordan, Elijah Davis. Elijah Davis from Riordan, a senior, comes into this currently ranked second in our section here. Actually, he's ranked first in our section at 138, and he's ranked second in the state of California. He's a cadet national Greco-Roman champion. So he's got a lot of credentials here, a lot of credentials.
Definitely.
So it appears he'll be wrestling Scarcella for St. Francis. We got a duel team score here of St. Francis leading 16-8 in the duel, with, you know, Riordan's strength in their lineup here. Oh, and we got Davis with a quick 2-point go behind takedown. That was fast. That was fast.
Well, he knows his team needs him now.
He's got a big cradle here with a quick pin. That was a 14-second pin, ladies and gentlemen. He's a talented young man.
Yeah.
Here you have Davis here. He just kind of gets the St. Francis wrestler in the cradle position and gets that quick fall. Not just going straight to work and doing his job. That's a big 16 points for Riordan. So next we got here for St. Francis, it appears we got Charlie Clark. And we got Perez for Riordan.
So with that pin for Davis, makes it 16-14 in the overall score in favor of the Lancers.
Yeah, those 6 points were huge, you know, bridging that gap between the score. You got basically a 2-point. Oh, we got Clark with a quick takedown attempt real fast here of his own. Get a quick 2 takedown for Charlie Clark here. Coming out real aggressive. Probably just trying to take away that quick momentum from the Riordan, you know.
Clark holding down Perez here.
Perez with the 1-point escape. Charlie Clark leading here 2-1. Perez with a leg attack. Clark defends well. Back in the neutral position. Both wrestlers here hand fighting. Charlie again with the head inside, single attempt. Brings it to his feet. Still in control with that single leg. Perez doing a good job defending with a big lift. Clark gets a 2-point takedown. Clark did a good job of moving his opponent around there to get that 2-point takedown to take the 4-1 lead.
40 seconds left in this first period.
Clark riding the leg here. A little high. We got Perez defending well. Clark still in control. Well, Perez doing a good job here. It looks like he may have a reversal. We got 2-point reversal for Perez. Clark got himself in bad position, and Perez may work in here to get some back exposure with 10 seconds to go. Clark doing a good job to fight off, but he's not in good position here.
And that ends the first period, with it being 4-3 in favor of Clark.
First takedown here by Charlie Clark in a head inside single position. You get a big lift and a return for a 2-point takedown. I believe it's the Riordan wrestler's choice here. Oh, we have some clock issues again.
The clock needs to be reset to 2 minutes as we are going to start the second period. And with this break, we remind you that KMVT Sports' presenting sponsor is the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, part of the Sutter Health Network. Choose your PF doctor today.
Clock is set here. It appears the St. Francis wrestler here, Charlie Clark, takes the down position. Perez on top. Clark to his feet quickly here on the beginning of the second period. Perez with a lift and a good mat return, keeping Clark back down, breaking him down flat to the mat. Perez riding Clark there, tough on top with a cross wrist ride. Clark back, building up his base, trying to get to his feet, gets to his feet a little bit. Perez still in control with the single leg. Clark gets back to his feet, faces his opponent, gets that 1-point escape.
Clark looking to reattack against Perez.
Both wrestlers kind of distancing themselves. Perez attacking Clark's head, trying to set him up possibly for another takedown attempt. Clark gets an underhook here. Both wrestlers kind of feeling each other out once again on their feet in the neutral position. Clark looking to hand fight. Perez gets an underhook position. Circling, moving with their feet. Both wrestlers kind of just not really doing much to attack each other's legs here. Clark leads the match with a 5-3 score.
With half a minute left in the second period.
Oh, Perez makes an attempt to go behind here. Clark defends well. Clark still in good position here with the front headlock position. Clark has a leg. Not much happening. Both wrestlers kind of defending each other well here. Clark gets in on a single leg, but Perez may have a cradle lock. Clark still locked in on the leg. Neither wrestler gaining advantage at all. Oh, that ends the period.
And the score is now 5-3 in favor of Clark. Pretty even match here between Clark and Perez.
Perez chooses that downbeat position to start the third period. Clark on top here. Clark attacks Perez with that cross wrist again. Breaks down Perez pretty flat here. Clark's got to be careful. This is the same position that got him in trouble in this first period, giving up that 2-point reversal earlier. But chooses just to let him up here, bringing the match to 5-4. Look for Perez to try and attempt that takedown to gain the lead, possibly the match. Perez being aggressive here. I expect him to be aggressive, kind of come after Clark. Neither wrestler has been warned with a stall call. Clark takes a attempt for a single leg takedown, but doesn't get it. Perez trying to circle with the goal behind. Nothing. Referee awards Perez a 2-point takedown. Takes the lead here, 6-5, with about a minute to go in the match.
This could be a big 3 points if Perez is able to come up with it.
It is because Riordan's got a really good wrestler coming up in this next match after this one. So it could be a pivotal point in the duel. Clark gets a reversal here. He finds Perez on his back. Kind of just scrambled into a position. Now he's getting near fall. This would be a huge if he's able to pin him. Oh, Perez fights well off his back here. Clark takes Perez gets the 1 point escape, getting back to his feet. Clark takes a 10-7 lead.
25 seconds left in the match.
Perez being aggressive here. Gonna be looking for a possible 3-point move, trying to get Clark on his back. Ten seconds here remaining in the match. Clark just hand fighting, happy to just kind of just take control on his feet, not allowing Perez to attack, and the match is over with a big victory for Clark.
Yeah, so now Riordan's in the lead.
Here we have Clark just kind of got himself out of position there, kind of trying to scramble, and Clark caught him. Put him on his back there for 2-point reversal and 3-point near fall. This next match here, we have Zach Contreras for Riordan. Zach Contreras comes in ranked number 2 in the section, number 6 in the state of California. He's a returning CCS champion. And he very talented wrestler. And for St. Francis here, we have Cameron Peterson.
This is the 154-pound weight class.
Contreras in on a quick 2-point takedown here. Let's Peterson up.
Minute 45 left in this first period. 19-14 the overall score in favor of St. Francis.
Oh, Contreras in on a single leg attack again with another 2-point takedown. Peterson builds his base here. Contreras lets him up. 4-2 is your match score. Peterson attempts a leg attack, not much going there. Contreras defends well. Contreras with his own leg attack here. Gets deep in on a single leg. Peterson here has a whizzer, defending well. Contreras trying to bring that to his feet. Oh! Tries to roll through there to that position to get his leg away, but may have put himself in a worse position here. Contreras gets another 2-point takedown.
45 seconds left in the period.
Contreras on top now, possibly working for a turn. Contreras in with a half Nelson. Peterson holding his base tough. Contreras having a hard time attempting a turn or anything. Not really breaking him down. Peterson has a solid base.
Kind of a stalemate here.
Okay.
Between Contreras and Peterson.
Contreras still on top, riding tough here. Peterson just defending. That ends the period here with a score of 6-2 in favor of Contreras from Riordan. St. Francis choice here in the second period. Peterson chooses the top position. Contreras down.
6-2 in favor of Contreras at the moment.
Contreras to his feet quickly off the whistle. Peterson attempting to return him back to the mat, brings him back down. Contreras building his base here. Peterson trying to keep Contreras flat on the mat. Contreras back to his feet. Peterson still in control, drops down to a single leg. Contreras attempting a cradle here. It gets 2-point reversal. Contreras in control here. Appears to have a cradle locked up on the edge of the mat. Oh, Contreras now brings Peterson to his back. No near fall. Peterson fights off well, breaking the lock. Contreras again attempting that cradle. Contreras has that cradle locked up. It's nice and tight here. Peterson kind of doing a good job defending it, giving Contreras a little bit of a struggle, not getting his back exposed.
44 seconds and counting left in the second period.
Both wrestlers on the edge go out of bounds here. Get a restart in the middle with Peterson from St. Francis still in the bottom position. Peterson attempts a return. Contreras gets good control here, possibly exposing Peterson's back. Contreras riding tough on top, not allowing Peterson even an attempt at an escape.
8-2 right now in favor of Contreras.
Oh, Contreras gets some back exposure here with a leg Turk. Contreras gets awarded 2-point near fall. Peterson quickly to his feet here. Contreras still in control. No loss of control there.
So that brings us to the end of the second period. One more period left, and right now it would be a major decision if Contreras is able to maintain this lead.
But we have the cross leg Turk. Peterson getting to his feet here. Being tough, but wasn't able to get away, so Contreras maintained control. We start off the third period with Contreras in the bottom position with a quick escape, bringing the match to a score of 11-2 here. Both wrestlers on their feet here, hand fighting. Contreras with an quick inside fancy trip, doesn't get it. Peterson fends that off well. Contreras in on Peterson's legs again. Score of 11-2. Contreras, both wrestlers kind of just looking up at the clock, appear to be a little tired here.
Contreras doesn't mind this at all, though, because he is way up.
He gets a big, quick slide by for another 2-point takedown. It's kind of just resting, that's right. Contreras doesn't have to do much right now. He's got a huge lead. He's pretty happy with the major that he's going in right now. With a couple more points here, though, he can gain his team an extra team point with that technical fall, bringing the team score to a tighter race here, coming to the last couple matches here.
45 seconds and counting left in this third period. If it does end up being a major decision for Contreras, we will have a 1-point game in the overall duel.
Contreras lets Peterson up for the 1-point escape. We've got a 10-point lead here, 30 seconds to go. Peterson hand fighting again.
$15 seconds left in the third.
Contreras again with a quick slide by in on a single leg. No takedown awarded yet. Get 2-point takedown here with about 7 seconds left in the match. Peterson defending here, trying not to get exposed.
And that is a convincing victory for Contreras, 15-3 over Peterson. So the overall score now is 19-18 St. Francis.
So here we go on to the next match. We have Andrew Carroll for St. Francis against Gutierrez from Riordan.
This is the 162-pound weight class.
This is where the duel gets a little bit, wide open. Neither wrestler here being a ranked wrestler, and it's kind of just when it comes down to technique. Carroll here with a tough attack on the legs. Gutierrez defends well.
Emmanuel Gutierrez, just a sophomore for Riordan. Trying to give his team the lead.
Carroll gets the quick takedown here. Goes behind, trying to break his opponent down here. Gutierrez gets the 1-point escape. Back to hand fighting here. Carroll has an inside tie on the collar. A half attempt there at a leg attack for Gutierrez. Carroll gets in on a double leg attempt. Gets behind, still no takedown. He's got to return the wrestler back to the mat to get the takedown. There it is, 2 points there awarded for Carroll. Gutierrez fighting there. It appears Carroll got the cradle locked up here. Gutierrez doing a good job of fighting the hands, breaking that cradle lock before he gets himself in trouble here. Wrestlers go out of bounds and get a quick restart here.
With 40.6 seconds to go in the period.
St. Francis in the lead here. Carroll with a 4-1 lead in this match.
This period really has been dominated by Carroll.
Yeah, he's got 2 takedowns pretty easily, not contested much by Gutierrez. Gutierrez back on his feet though here, working to try and get that escape. Carroll's trying to get that cradle locked up. He had it locked up earlier but wasn't able to score. Oh, here it is again. He got that cradle locked up. Gutierrez doing well to defend, you know, not giving up any back exposure. Carroll's still kind of in control here. Gutierrez doing a good job defending Carroll's attempts.
And this will end the first period. Carroll leading 4-1.
It's St. Francis's choice here. Carroll takes the bottom position to begin the second period. Carroll quickly to his feet. Gutierrez in a single leg returns Carroll back to the mat. Still in control here is Gutierrez. Still controlling the leg. No escape yet for Carroll. Carroll doing a good job here trying to get his hips up and possible reversal. It's got a potentially dangerous there. His knee was in a weird situation. Referee will restart both gentlemen. Carroll quickly once again to his feet. Gutierrez riding with a half Nelson and a tight waist here. Carroll to his feet. Gutierrez in again on his leg. Still in control is Gutierrez from Riordan here. Not really doing much to turn him, just kind of doing a good job of keeping him on the mat. Referee calls Riordan for a stall call there. He has to try and make an attempt to either expose his back, but he can't hold on to the ankle there, so he gets called with a stalling call. That's just a warning. Next one, if he gets called again, would be a point in favor of Carroll.
75 seconds left in this period.
Gutierrez again. Carroll gets to his feet. Gutierrez again drops down to that leg, still in control. This technique seems to be working for him. Carroll gets his legs back. Gutierrez kind of just doing a good job not giving Carroll that escape point. Carroll needs to kind of fight a little harder here and get his hips out and gain him. Escape. Carroll's working behind, gets a 2-point reversal. Gutierrez lost hold of that leg and gave up that reversal, but Gutierrez gets his escape here. Both wrestlers now in the neutral position on their feet. Hand fighting.
20 seconds and counting left in this second period. 6-1, or make that 6-2, Carroll.
Yes, Carroll kind of just let him up. They were getting awarded a kind of an easy escape. Carroll looks to be more comfortable on his feet than in the top position, so that brings the second period to the end here. Riordan's choice.
It appears that Carroll has this match well in hand, but one more period for Gutierrez to try and come back.
Gutierrez chooses neutral here. wants to start the third period in the neutral standing position, which is pretty interesting. He's gotten up pretty easy. Carroll hasn't really made an attempt to hold him down at all. So it's obviously needs some leg attacks here to try and get back in this match, get some points, so opted to choose the neutral position. Carroll started off strong with 2 quick takedowns, but really hasn't made much of an attempt to attack at all ever since the last takedown. He's got a pretty good lead here, so it's up to Gutierrez to kind of bridge that gap. Oh, he gets in on a single leg here. Possible attempt, drives him out of bounds, but he got in there pretty deep.
Minute 17 left in this match.
Gutierrez with another attempt for leg attack. Carroll just kind of happy to keep this match on his feet, not having to waste too much energy, not attempting much of an attack on his part. He doesn't really have to. Gutierrez is behind here and should be making the attempts to try and take his opponent down.
Another time out of bounds for both Gutierrez and Carroll, but Carroll will let that happen for the remaining 45 seconds of this match.
Yeah, he's pretty content not attacking here, just kind of fending off Gutierrez's attacks on his legs to try and possibly get a takedown. Gutierrez has gotten in a couple of times, but hasn't really been able to finish the takedown off for 2 points. Oh, he gets in here and a double leg attempt. Doesn't really penetrate well. Maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in here late in the third period. Both wrestlers kind of just slowing down a little bit. Carroll not wasting. Carroll gets called with a stall call here for backing up. Both wrestlers now have a stall warning.
But there's only 5 seconds left.
Yeah, so it's not really, it's kind of irrelevant. Carroll will be happy to give up that warning, just to kind of get him through the last couple seconds in the period, not really point awarded at all. Carroll gets a victory here for the Lancers.
And so that victory will make the overall score 22-18, favoring the Lancers. And we remind you that this game is brought to you by Home Instead Senior Care. Home Instead, to them, it's personal. And the Palo Alto Medical Foundation. Choose your PAMF doctor today. So now we move up to the 172-pound weight class with Rhineland against Golan. Golan for St. Francis. Paul Golan, a 5'11 senior.
Golan came out aggressive here with the big attack on the leg. Gets a leg call out. Quick takedown two. Locks up a cradle and puts him to his back there with 2-point near fall, bringing the score quick to 4-0. Got to half in again here. Exposes Ryland's back again. Gets a big pin there for Golan.
What a pin for Golan. And this will cause a little separation between the two teams now.
Here we have Golan just being real aggressive. Came out tough and strong there with a half Nelson. Just ran that half right over, putting Ryland on his back and for a quick fall there in about 28 seconds. That's just making quick work there.
Yeah, it took Golan twice as long as it did Davis a few matches ago to get a pin, but the point is the same. And it's now 28-18 St. Francis. On to the 184-pound weight class. It's Lopez against Kresge. Lopez for Riordan. The sophomore Fernando Lopez.
Both wrestlers here just hand fighting a little bit, trying to feel each other out. Not really doing much of a head attack or anything, just kind of circling. Trying to get Kresge with a quick shot here, attempt at the single leg attempt. Oh, just flips Lopez here over and gets a quick 2-point takedown.
What a move there by Kresge.
Yeah, this kid's pretty strong for a sophomore. He's got a cradle here attempt, possible back points. Here we have some referee swipes there. We get a 2 count, 2-point near fall for Kresge. Both wrestlers here, pretty good size for sophomores.
Definitely, and they go out of bounds now with 1:12 left in the first period.
You get Lopez goes down here, Kresge on top with a 4-0 lead.
So quick action now here for Kresge.
Kresge, Lopez quick to his feet. Kresge attempting with the lift to return Lopez. It returns Lopez tough to his back here.
55 seconds left in the period.
Kresge attempting a half Nelson here. Possible turn. There it is. Getting some back exposure. Kresge just a simple half Nelson, putting Lopez to his back. Going for the fall here. They get a big fall for Kresge.
What a move by Bobby Kresge to get the pin, and now this really extends St. Francis lead.
And we have Kresge showing the, pretty strong here. Gets in on a single leg, just kind of reaches up and throws him over and catching Lopez on his back. Here we have Kresge again showing his strength for a sophomore here, just running a half Nelson, coming up with a big fall for the St. Francis Lancers. Making that gap a little bit bigger now for the lead.
And so as we head to the final 3 matches of this duel, Riordan really had the work cut out of them to come back and win, as this is Bermudez against Cameron. Cameron for the Lancers and Bermudez for Riordan.
Get this match underway here. Last 2 matches went by pretty fast here, so let's see what we got. Starting to get into the bigger wrestlers here.
This is the 197-pound weight class.
We got Cameron with an attempt here at a leg attack. Both wrestlers go out of bounds. Get a restart here in the middle. Cameron once again with a leg attempt. Riordan wrestler does a good job of defending it. Puts Cameron into a front headlock position here. Brings him to the mat in the front headlock position, attempting to go behind for the takedown, but Cameron catches the leg here. Oh, Riordan wrestler gets behind for a 2-point takedown here. You got Bermudez from Riordan here now trying to break down Cameron flat on the mat. Cameron gets to his feet with his own single leg attempt here. Attempting to lift him, he's having a little bit of trouble here.
Bermudez is just too tall.
Bermudez seems a little bigger here than Cameron, but Cameron failed to create any kind of separation, so didn't get his escape point, so he's got to go back down, gets a restart. Cameron didn't get that separation at all there, even though he looked like he was gonna get in control. Almost a class call there. Cameron attempting a reversal.
They go down.
Bermudez still in control here with about 40 seconds to go. Cameron in on Bermudez's legs, but Cameron on his knees. He needs to try to get up and create some kind of separation for his 1-point escape. He's unable to do that at this point. Bermudez kind of looks a little bit bigger and stronger at this point than Cameron. He's struggling with the size here.
Bermudez has the advantage definitely in this match so far.
Referee calls a stalemate. Neither wrestler was improving, so they get a restart here. Cameron still down bottom with about 21 seconds to go.
2-0 in favor of Bermudez.
Bermudez attempting a cradle. Cameron just builds his base here, running out of time to get that escape point. Bermuda's pretty content just to kind of, well, Cameron gets up on his feet here. Needs that separation though. There's no separation at all. Referee does not award an escape. It appears to be Riordan's choice here going into the, you know, Cameron was kind of doing his job there, gets to his feet, but really needs to get some separation and let Bermudez just hold on, and was unable to get that escape point. That's going to be pretty crucial. He's still down 2-0, and we got Cameron in the down position. Once again, Cameron gets to his feet. Bermudez brings him back down. With a 2-0 lead, Cameron needs to get to his feet to try and score some points, get on the board.
Cameron trying to get up, but Bermuda's not really letting him right now.
Yeah, he's kind of just overpowering him here, and he's really struggling to get that separation or even get to his base now. He's not, earlier in the second period, he was able at least to get to his base, and here we got him again. He faces Bermudez, but still kind of balled up here, and Bermudez using his strength and power just to keep him down and still in control. Cameron here, what he really needs to do is try to get some separation, get on his feet and possible takedown, or get the reversal, tie the match for 2-2, but not unable to. Referee calls a stalemate, neither wrestler improving. Get a restart here.
There's 55.5 seconds to go in the second period. Still 2-0 Bermudez.
Cameron gets to his feet again. Bermudez gets into that position again, that kind of front headlock position where Cameron's just struggling, kind of getting overpowered and unable to create separation at all. Bermudez still has that front headlock locked up pretty good. And here's a possible back exposure. Bermudez gets that front headlock, now puts Cameron to his back, getting possible near fall. This could get interesting here if he gets the fall, bringing that team scores a lot closer. Cameron needs to fight off his back. He doesn't want to give up that pin.
Well, they need 3 pins to win right now because these are the last 3 matches.
Yep, mathematically they're still in it, so. Cameron got 7 seconds to go here and fighting off his back. Oh, and Cameron escapes with that fall with 3-point near fall for Bermudez.
And Bermudez can't believe it.
Bermudez just being tough with the front headlock here, allowing Cameron to kind of get complacent, puts him straight to his back in the, what we call the cow catcher position, and just put, yeah, and here we have Cameron just kind of fighting off his back, you know, saving his team 3 team points there, basically. Not getting pinned, so we go into the third period here. A fall would have kept, you know, Riordan back still in the duel here as far as the team points go. Cameron's still in this match though. It's only a 5-0 lead. But Bermudez seems to be pretty well holding his own here. Looking up at the clock there, kind of just, time probably can't go fast enough for him right now.
Yeah, but all he has to do is survive and St. Francis will win.
Yes.
All he needs to do pretty much is avoid a major decision and St. Francis will walk the victory here.
They will, they will. Yes.
A minute left in this third period.
Both wrestlers now kind of just hand fighting here, both going out of bounds. About 53 seconds left to go, get a restart. Both wrestlers go out of bounds. Bermudez coming out aggressive here. Probably at this point knows they need a pin here to kind of stay in the duel as a team.
Cameron just really trying to battle with Bermudez and not allow that pin.
Yeah, you get to that point, you know, and you hate to lose, but you also don't want to give up those extra bonus points for the team score. But Cameron here goes in for his own leg attack. But Bermudez has been tough with that front headlock, doing a good job of sprawling, getting his legs back and his weight on top of Cameron, and Cameron's just struggled the whole match with that weight on top of him.
9 seconds left in this period.
Bermudez attempting to go behind for the 2-point takedown. Cameron holding on. That will end the match. Bermudez winning 5-0 here. Cameron just giving up the decision, and no major, no bonus points being awarded for Riordan, which is huge.
Now St. Francis locks up the victory with 2 matches remaining. The team score now at 34-21 Lancers. We move to the 222-pound wrestlers now, I believe. Or are they just going to call it now? They might.
Well, it appears Riordan's shuffling some wrestlers, or Coach appears to be moving some wrestlers around here. Robles from St. Francis is out on the mat here, waiting for his opponent. Riordan had several options here as wrestlers. Not sure who exactly they're going to send out here. They had 3 guys at that weight class, so I do know that that's Robles for St. Francis. Not too sure who the Riordan wrestler is, since they had 3 options as far as which wrestler they were going to wrestle at this weight class. Both wrestlers here. This is kind of the big boy division. 222.
That appears to be Christian Garcia for Riordan.
Robles in with a quick fireman to carry attempt. You get a 2-point takedown. Garcia got caught in a weird position there, kind of came down weird on his arm. Yeah, we got Robles, really strong fireman carry attempt, comes out the back door there, and it looked like Garcia posted his arm weird there. May have had a lot of weight and pressure coming down on that elbow, being looked at here by the training staff and his coaches. Kind of appears to be okay here a little bit. Kind of came down weird. It was a good call on the referee's part to kind of put a stop to that before he got in a predicament where he may have injured himself. So Robles was awarded the takedown. We'll start on the top position here with Garcia down, trying to break them down here. Garcia doing a good job here, keeping his opponent flat. With these big guys, you know, you want to try and keep them down. You don't want these guys on their feet. It's a lot harder for them to get up, you know, so Robles doing a good job of being aggressive and keeping his weight on top. Robles kind of let him up here a little bit, trying to work something. Oh, big lift and mat return. That is a lot of weight to pick up. That was a good job on Robles' part to mat return him with a lift.
Garcia really trying to battle through, even though he appears to still be hurting from that arm injury.
Yes, he's wincing a bit there when Robles has that arm pulled in, you know. It's hard to recover within 20, 30 seconds, and it's hard to realize how hurt you are in a situation like this. But he's got in a good position here, putting a lot of back pressure on, trying to work back to his feet. Robles being tough. Oh, there you have a 2-point reversal for the Riordan wrestler here with about 20 seconds left in the period. That was a big reversal, tying up the match here at the end of the first period as it comes to an end. Both wrestlers go out of bounds with 10 seconds to go. Robles has about 10 seconds to try and get out and get that escape point before the period ends. Expect him to come out aggressive, and Garcia's going to have to work pretty hard to keep him down here. Robles to his feet quickly here, faces Garcia. Robles stealing, not got awarded that escape point. Yes, that was the end of the period there. Here we have Garcia kind of just riding up. Robe on the bottom gets up, Garcia gets to his feet here, and Robles just big lift, and Matt returns him. Here we have the Garcia with a big 2-point reversal at the end of the period, tying up the match, bringing the match to a 2-2 score. We go on to the second period with St. Francis here, Robles on the bottom. Garcia doing a good job here on top of keeping Robles flat, keeping all his weight on top.
Garcia just kind of almost tackling Robles right now.
Yeah, kind of just smothering him. That's kind of a big man technique. You know, these guys aren't too agile, so you tend to use their weight a lot and strength. Both these guys are pretty strong. Garcia here attempting a cross-face cradle. Robles does a good job of fighting that off. While Garcia keeps all his weight on top of Robles, Robles builds his base here, got to try and get to his feet, and he wants that 1-point escape to break that 2-2 tie. We got a stall call here on the bottom man. Referee warns the St. Francis wrestler here for not moving or trying to escape there from bottom.
50 seconds left in the second period.
Both wrestlers still kind of not doing much, but here we have Garcia with the back attempt with a half Nelson. Oh, and he turns him. We got a back exposure. Referee's counting for near fall points. Oh, possible fall here. We've got a big pin.
A great pin that time by Garcia.
Garcia just kind of got the advantage there, wore him out on top, and just turned him with a simple half Nelson there. We have Garcia on top, attempting for that crossface cradle. St. Francis wrestler defends it well, but then follows up with a half Nelson, putting him on his back there, catching him with a quick fall here. Big 6 points for the team.
So that brings the score 34-27, St. Francis. All this will do is pretty much change the final outcome.
Yeah, St. Francis pretty much has this match, this dual match locked up. You know, barring a penalty point or something like that being taken away, from which I doubt will happen with these two teams. This match kind of just will play out, see who wants it more. This kind of match is just for the victory.
So in this final match, 287-pounder, it's Retila for St. Francis.
It's Retuda, and
or Retuda, rather.
And Toussaint for Riordan.
Yeah.
Toussaint being aggressive here with an attempted leg attack. Both wrestlers here just kind of in the collar tie position, hand fighting for position here. Retuda with a big front headlock. Toussaint defends well, and both wrestlers go out of bounds. Both wrestlers here look like they're evenly matched. Not much of a size advantage for either wrestler.
Toussaint kind of feeling out what Retuda wants to do now.
Toussaint goes in for a leg attack. Retuda defends well with the front headlock again. Both wrestlers go out of bounds. Toussaint kind of just being the aggressor right now with two leg attacks. Retuda's doing a good job of defending with the front headlock, just getting Toussaint off with that leg attack. Again, he goes in for that single leg. This time he gets in deep. Lifts Retuda up in the air for a 2-point takedown.
Good move by Toussaint there.
Yeah, showing some strength there and picking up that Retuda there. Retuda gets up for a 1-point escape. Toussaint appearing confident now in his takedown ability against Retuda. So kind of just let him up, opting to possibly take him down again.
37 seconds left in this opening period.
Both wrestlers in a collar tie position now in their feet. Oh, big chop block by Toussaint, pushing Retuda out of bounds here. You kind of see Toussaint getting a little bit of confidence now. Both wrestlers in a collar tie position now, kind of feeling each other out, slowed down a little bit, not as aggressive as they were when this period started. You have Ratuda in the front headlock position again. Trying to bring him to the mat. Oh, Toussaint with a leg attack now. Both wrestlers being aggressive. Oh, Ratuda with a go behind attempt, but a little too late as the buzzer sounds. Here we have the first takedown of the match with Toussaint with the big single leg attack and the power lift here, just putting Ratuda to his back and getting that 2-point takedown. Ratuda will start the second period in the bottom position.
And it's 2-1 in favor of Toussaint right now in this match.
Toussaint chooses to let Ratuda up there from the bottom position, warning him a 1-point escape, tying up the match here. Toussaint with the leg attack again. Toussaint being aggressive here with his collar ties, showing a little bit of aggression. Possible frustration here. Ratuda kind of getting him out of his game plan, being able to defend his single leg attacks since the first one that he was successful with.
Minute and a half left in the second period, tied at 2.
We have Ratuda with the inside collar tie. Toussaint kind of moving well there.
They're kind of just both grappling at one another, Toussaint and Ratuda.
Yeah, Ratuda has inside control, but Toussaint gets a single leg attack again. Ratuda goes for that front headlock that was almost successful at the end of the first period there. Both wrestlers kind of appear to have felt each other out, countering each other well. Toussaint with a half attempt at a leg attack there. Kind of opted out, got himself in a bad position, did the right thing and backed away before he got himself in trouble.
Winding down, about a half a minute left in this second period. Kind of a stalemate right now between Toussaint and Ratuda.
Both guys appear to be hand fighting, trying to get position. Most of the shots have been taken by Toussaint. Ratuda just countered and hoping to counter attack here, maybe on a leg attack and get a takedown on his behalf. Toussaint with a leg attack. Ratuda again with that front headlock defense that's worked well for him throughout the match. In a front headlock, Toussaint, they both wrestlers go out of bounds there, but Toussaint appeared to have the advantage there for a sec before Ratuda was able to get to his feet and break away, and both wrestlers go out of bounds for a restart in the center. About 2 seconds left.
That will end the second period.
Yeah, we got Riordan's choice now. Toussaint takes the down position.
So it'll be Toussaint down low.
Toussaint gets to his feet quickly here. Ratuda brings him down strong. Toussaint back up to his feet. Ratuda attempting to bring him back down to the mat. Lets him go, and Toussaint takes the lead here with a 1-point escape, bringing the match to a 3-2. Ratuda's got to attempt some kind of offense here if he wants to win this match here in the final. Toussaint looking up at the clock, probably realizing that he's in the lead here. Gonna probably just fend off all of Ratuda's attacks and try and just hold off for the victory. Got about a minute and 20 seconds to go. Toussaint with a leg attack. He was in deep, but wasn't able to turn the corner and drives Ratuda out of bounds.
It's 3-2 in favor of Toussaint right now. A minute 13 and counting to go in this match.
Ratuda and Toussaint here, both again on their feet, hand fighting, trying to get inside control on each other. Toussaint kind of just happy here to hold off with the 3-2 victory, but he's still being the aggressor at a double leg attempt. Ratuda again in with that front headlock. Toussaint defends it well this time. We got a stall warning now called on Ratuda. Stall warning called on Ratuda for backing out there. Toussaint has kind of been the aggressor the whole match with all his leg attacks, and it's kind of been what's giving them the lead here and holding on possible victory if Riordan doesn't attempt some kind of offense. Riordan kind of being encouraged by his coaches, they letting him know he needs to attack.
But right now, Riordan looks really gassed.
He does. Oh, gets in a big bear hug situation here. Fended that one off. He got himself in a bad position there for a minute. Tucson had the advantage with the bear hug, but Riordan was able to get away. Riordan, again gets him in that big bear hug position. Riordan goes for a throw, gets caught on his back. Tucson gets a 2-point takedown and 2-point near fall since Riordan went straight to his back on that attempt. It was kind of a desperation move on Riordan's part to kind of just try and see. Here you have Tucson, Riordan, kind of the desperation move here, trying to get some kind of offense, but goes straight to his back. Tucson catches him with not only a 2-point takedown, but a 2-point near fall also. And that would bring the match to an end.
So Tucson gets to those 3 points, but St. Francis still wins 34-30 in this very competitive duel. Final thoughts on this duel now and how it shaped up with St. Francis winning by 4.
You know, the pivotal point there was in the beginning, you know, all the bonus points that St. Francis was able to get up in the lower weights kind of didn't allow Riordan to catch up in their middle weights with most of the strength is and their talent in their lineup is. You know, their upper weights came through for them, but it was a little bit too much of a gap to bridge. St. Francis got way too ahead in the beginning in the lower weights, but it was pretty much what I anticipated, you know. A 4-point spread is not a huge victory for St. Francis.
A very competitive match, and St. Francis got up early and never looked back in this one. The producer and director for tonight's game was Bobby Chastain. On graphics operator Janet Wu. On cameras Lisa Tesler, Sherlyn Meacham, and Phil Resch. And special thanks to St. Francis High School for making us, and Dan Rosimo for allowing us to do this wrestling broadcast here from St. Francis High School tonight. Now that's a wrap for us. For my broadcast partner, Juan Barajas, I'm Andrew Fury saying so long from Rascon Memorial Gymnasium, where St. Francis defeats Riordan 34-30.